Hello, I'm Todd Miller, and I build tiny homes for a living, and I'm in Eugene, Oregon. Well, I'm building tiny houses for clients who want to change their life. They've gone through either a transformation or they decided that they want to be free. When I talk about freedom, what I'm talking about is freedom from some monetary obligations that we have as far as high mortgages, high construction costs for a new house, property taxes, all those things, interest rates by paying your mortgage. With a structure like we're building, you could pay it off in a matter of a few years, or if you have enough cash down, you can buy it straight on out and you could park it on any lot or any rural piece of land, and you're not paying the property taxes for it.
I was originally thinking about doing something like a fifth wheel trailer or an RV. And once I got to looking at them, I realized there was a lot about them that I didn't like. Eventually, on my online research, I discovered tiny houses and really liked the idea because they're actually a house. They're built just like a house with 2x4s and plenty of insulation and all those kinds of things. And, you know, it will last me my lifetime.
The tiny houses that we do are built on a RV frame, and we get them fabricated nearby, and then we build a stick frame house on an RV frame that's a dual axle trailer. And we then detail them out per the client's specifications, and we customize every one.
Since I've been in it, I've found it to be everything I need and very comfortable. I've been through my first winter in it now, and it worked out great. And I was lucky enough to find a really good architect and builder who had some example models that I went by, and then he was willing to work with me to make the changes to customize it to my specifications, and this is the result.
As you could tell, you could see how much more aesthetically pleasing it is relative to an RV. That's the first thing. There's a lot of options of what you could do with one of the tiny houses. I've had people use them for massage studios, for art studios, but the main reason why I'm doing this is so that my client can live a much simpler life.
I'm very happy here. I dreamed about it and planned for it and prepared for it and all of that for so long, and didn't imagine that I would like it even as much as I do. I mean, it's just been even cooler than I imagined that it would be. So yeah, I'm very happy. Some of the best decisions I ever made, and probably if I had anything to do over again, it would be I would just do it sooner. So I'm, you know, not quite to retirement age yet, but I'm able to be a whole lot closer to it, living this lifestyle. So yeah, it was a good decision.
Well, I came from Ohio, and I moved to Oregon back in '94. And part of it was because I wanted a different way of thinking than what I was seeing in the culture that was around me. And part of that was because I wanted to be outdoors. I wanted to enjoy hiking, backpacking, and I wanted to have the time to be able to do that instead of being in an office somewhere making money so that I could afford a large house or a new car. And that's what brought me to Oregon, was the open-mindedness of the Northwest and the people that were more accepting of this kind of culture or this kind of thinking outside the box. I first went to a cob workshop back in '95, and that changed my life. When I met a man who built his house for $500. He put a tin can in the middle of this foundation of this house and filled it with $500. When he said that Throughout the whole building process, the only money that they'll use to build comes out of that can. And a year later, he had a house and there was still change in that tin cup. That's what changed my life, is hearing stories like that and reading books like Helen and Scott Nearing, The Good Life. This is nothing new. This has been around for a long time. More sustainable living, more permaculture principles, stacking functions, more holistic living, free time for music, for dance, for enjoying friends, and also hard work and discipline. And I think that I had the characteristics to do that, and I had the energy to, and it excited me.